Hello guys, how you doing? As you guys may know, if you follow Nintendo, they have been under fire for the Nintendo Switch drifting issue. The drifting issue is when you're just chilling on your Switch, maybe running with Zelda, and all of a sudden the camera just decides to run the other way while you're running this way. So it's pretty crazy actually, and I have experienced that situation with all my Joycons. Now, while Nintendo is under fire for this situation with the drifting, I personally feel like they should be under fire for another situation, and that's this. When this happens far too frequently. This Joycon, this Joycon, this Joycon, this Joycon, and another Joycon I traded in all have suffered the same fate. And they drift, every single one. It's crazy actually. Like, this Joy-Con here, I was on break. Just put my Switch in my book bag, wrapped my bag around, and it accidentally dinged the table, you know? Any other video game console probably would survive. The controller aspect of a game console portably probably would survive. My DS probably wouldn't have broken. My 3DS probably wouldn't have snapped. But what happened? The Joy-Con. I opened my bag because I heard it. I open it and this is what I see. Not even less than a week on. It's crazy. For what they are, the Joy-Cons are mad cool. They're like mini little Wii nunchucks that you can use. They have the rumble, all that good jazz. All that good stuff. It's pretty cool. I can't even lie to you. I love these little controllers. I used to use them with arms, and arms was fire, even though I had to trade it in. These things cost $49.99 singly. Together, like around $70-$80. I paid for these two $87 in less than a week. Had to return it. I actually had, when I bought these two, I got them off of return because the same shit happened. Again. And I know what you're thinking, well, if you take better care of your stuff, and the problem is, it doesn't even matter how, like, you could be taking care of this thing flawlessly. I accidentally hit the table, it snapped. My Switch accidentally fell out the dock, it snapped. Some was my fault when it just, I accidentally dropped it, and it snapped, but still, like, if these things can't handle a simple drop, why are they worth so much money? They're worth too much money if they're gonna snap like that, and it's very aggravating because these things are so expensive, and they're really required for if you want to play outside like that. Because I have the Pro controller, but if I want to play on the train, how am I supposed to play with the Pro controller on the train? Like, put the Switch on my knee, the stand just pops out, like, it's crazy. The Switch is an awesome device. Don't get me wrong. But for its parts and components to just be like failing for how expensive it is, in my opinion, as whack. Only way I've seen to like stop this from happening is if I put them in the specialized cases like this, or another round case that I have somewhere in the house. But then the problem is, they don't fit in the dock. So then you have to get a specialized case that will fit in the dock. You gotta spend more money on top of the money you spent on the Joy-Cons, and on top of the money you spent for whatever else you bought for the Switch, just for it to be in the dock. And don't you dare forget about a screen protector, because the dock will scratch the dog shit out of the Switch. It's kinda crazy. I love the Switch. I have mad hours in my Switch. I've owned it for maybe a year or two now. Maybe about to hit 3 years this September. But there's so many faults, and I'm so scared about the Switch Pro because I want to get the Switch Pro. I would like to have this Switch just chilling in the crib and have the home console version and just have a portable version too. I wouldn't mind that. But if the controller's on the Switchlite, it's gonna end up drifting. I mean, luckily they won't snap off because it's attached to the shit. But if they made the controllers to drift on the Switchlite, it's gonna be such a waste. It's gonna be such a waste. And they should make sure before they drop it, because it's not dropping until I believe September or October or some shit like that. They should make sure that those joysticks is fully operational and fully functional and won't drift on you. The reason why they're drifting is because the flap allows dust and dirt to get under it, as far as I'm aware, and that causes it to like drift because the dirt is on top of like the gizmos and gadgets inside of the inputs of the joystick that allow the characters and shit to move and whatnot. That's just my opinion on it. Nintendo has released a statement saying that they're gonna fix the drifty Joycons for free. Hopefully they see that the stupid lock mechanism is messed up too, and they fix that on the low or something. I don't know. Like, all my Joycons except for this one, it snapped. It's really crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe if you're feeling the video, and hopefully they fix the situation. Peace.